So when I was just looking at the layout of this, I did notice a slight difference between, the site we were building and our site right here. So I'm going to change a few things. So I'm going to move this down. I'm going to move these. So all I do is I click on them and move them. And then see Mountain Brook Village? What I'm going to do is I'm going to double click in there. I'm going to go space dash space, and I'm going to put Gold Canyon. Okay. And then I'm going to grab it and I'm going to do the sizing box and bring it over here. And then I'm going to double click on it. And I'm going to choose heading 4 instead, or heading 2 instead. So I just made that bigger, right? Now, right here, I'm going to add elements, text. I'm going to choose title 4. I'm going to drag this over. Double click in there. I'm going to type about Mountain Brook Village. And double click. I'm going to change the text color. I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to resize this too, right? So there. Then I'm going to take this and make it a little bit more narrow. And maybe shorten it up a little bit. And do that. And then this video seems to fit in here a little bit better. Sorry, I had a quick phone call. And then I can do this right here. I can resize this video. And now we can get to the step of adding a button right here. So I just wanted this site to look a little bit more like that site right there, right? So buttons we're going to break into 2 parts. The first part, actually looking at this, I would also make this bold. And then have to just resize the box. Okay. So then, buttons. We're going to break buttons into 2 parts. This is going to be part 1 of buttons. So this is video number 11. And we're going to add a button, and we're just going to configure the look of the button. We're not going to do anything else to the button except configuring the look of it. So I'm going to click Add, Elements. I'm going to close text. I'm going to choose Button here. Now there's a whole bunch of buttons here, and there's different colors, layouts, formats, all that kind of stuff. I tend to gravitate towards this one right here. I like the blue. And I also like the fact that there's a little bit of shading down there. So I'm just going to grab that button and bring it over. Okay. First thing I want to do is kind of position a button. So I want to click on it. Just move it around. Next thing is I want to make the size correct. So I want to grab the little sizing handle and make this button as big as I want, all right? Okay. Let's click on the button and see that I'm editing the button. And there's a maximum width on tablet, which we're not going to worry too much about that right now. There's background. And background, you can have solid color and gradient color. And you can have it, this is the color of the button just sitting there. So look, I can change that right here. And the color when you hover over it. So in preview mode, if I hover over that button, things are going to change. So this is the color it's sitting there right now. And when I mouse over it, it'll change to this color right here. Okay. So let's just go maybe a little bit gray, right? Scroll down. The text, we can change the text color when we hover over it too. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave the text white. Okay. The next thing is the border. Do you want your button to have a border? Typically, I do not use a border, okay? But if you did, excuse me, if you did, You just have to choose it here, and you could do that, but I don't use a border. Round border, you could change the shape of the button. Right now you can see it's 900. If I wanted to change that, you could change them. So I just put in 10. I'm going to put in 400. And you'll see that the becomes rounded now. The button becomes rounded. Headline, this is the text. So in this case, I might type in see all Mountain Brook Village homes for sale. I can change the font right there. I can also change the size, the font size. Okay. I could change the font color, bold. Text decoration, I've never clicked it, and I'm not going to click it right now. Now, subheadline is what might go below it. And I typically like opens in new window, especially if it's going to open in a new window. And notice my font color was blue. I put it white there, and then I just resized my button a little bit and spell the word opens right. Excuse me. So there's a button. What I've done so far is I've adjusted the size of it. I've been able to adjust the background, the border, the round border. Shadow is this off color that is showing, right? So if you want to adjust that, you can go, oh, actually, look, I'm on the wrong element. You got to click the button. You got to make sure you are editing the button, which that will get you guys sometimes. You're going to be on the wrong element. You're going to change stuff. It's not going to change the way you thought it was going to, and it'll change something else, and you won't have seen that. So size, blur, vertical, horizontal. So you can just do all those. And that will make the button pop a little bit more, right? Parallax we're not going to do right now. Oh, well, actually, we can't. We're not. Again, if I scroll up here, I'm on the panel. I'm not on the button. You got to make sure you're on the button. I'm going to close shadow. Animation can be fun. We're not going to touch on that in this video, but animation can definitely be fun, and that's it. So that's how you add a single button, okay? In the next video, I'm going to show you how to link that button. So when you click it, what happens? And I'll see you in the next video.